Hello, good morning. Welcome. I am happy Wednesday. How is everyone today? If you are catching this on replay, if you can hashtag replay in the comments, that would be great. If you are happy to catch this live, come on in and say hi. Let me know you're here. Welcome, you guys. Hope everyone is having a good day. We are going to get going on our project for today because I always seem to run out of time. So we're going to dive right in. Welcome. I'm glad you guys can make it on today. If you guys also watch replay also, you can come on in and just, comment as if you were live. I always like to read everyone's comments, and I do go back and read through them all, so I would definitely love for you to do that. So we're gonna, in this wood surface, I did get from Hobby Lobby. It came in a pack of 4, all different sizes, and I do have the price. It was $12.99 for all 4, but they were 40% off. And I can show you the sizes of the other 3. So this size, and then it comes with these other 3 sizes. So if you guys are ever in need of surfaces, that's a pretty good deal. After I get a coat of paint on here, I'm going to ask you guys for your help in choosing which print we're going to use today from Reba Rose Creations. And the link to her page is up above in my description. If you have not joined her page yet, you definitely want to check it out because she has so many beautiful prints that you can use for decoupaging or just framing. You wouldn't even have to do anything with them if you didn't want to. And the color of paint I'm using today is called Swan White. It is what our Walmart went to. First they had the Waverly, and then they got rid of it, and they went to this brand, which wasn't awful, but it just wasn't as nice. Hi Barb, hi Marlene. It's good to see you guys hopping on. Let me know you're here, how you're doing. But they had it for a few years, and now they've went back to Waverly. But one of these big things of paint, which I'm not going to buy them in those big containers anymore. I just don't go through one color fast enough to warrant buying that size. Hi Bonnie, how are you doing this morning? Welcome you guys. If you guys don't know me, if you're new to me, be sure and let me know that. But my name is Darlia, and I'm owner of DAwRuLh Designs. I do live in Colorado, very near the Utah border on the western side of Colorado. So thank you guys for being here today. And we're just trying to get a coat of this on here. And then I need your help in picking out a print for today. Also, if you guys wouldn't mind smashing some hearts, that will just kind of help wake up Facebook, and then hopefully they will sprinkle this out more so we can get more people on with us. And thank you guys for joining me. It is sunny in Colorado today. We are actually, I think, supposed to get up to 80. So that is a bit crazy, right? Especially for still so early in the year. But I'm sure this is our false spring, and that before we know it, we'll be freezing again. That is usually what happens. I'm just going to do a light coat on our sides real quick. Our apricot, we have a lot of fruit trees, and our apricot tree is already blooming. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Queens, Bits and Baubles. How are you all today? Thanks for hopping on. I haven't seen any of the other fruit trees blossoming out yet. We have pears, peaches, apples, cherries, the apricot. We have one apricot tree and some plum trees. So the most we have of any one variety is 2. Sometimes you have to have a pollinator for your trees, so you have to have 2. And some are self-pollinating, so you only need the 1. So I'm hoping none of the other ones start blooming, blossoming, because if they do and we get a freeze, it totally just kills all those blossoms, and then you won't have any fruits that year. Not last year, but the year before, we had a huge fruit crop, and it was insane. We could not keep up with it. Hi, Brooke. Thanks for saying hello, Teresa. How are you doing today? Okay, we're going to dry this real quick. It shouldn't take too long because I didn't put that paint on very thick, so you can kind of see the wood still through it. You know what I forgot again today is my iPad. Ugh. I use it for other things, otherwise I would just leave it in here so that I would have it. Maybe I will put my laptop in here. Hi Ellen, how are you today? I am getting some comments, but so you guys can comment, that would be awesome. It definitely helps also for Facebook. The more interaction a page gets, the more Facebook will start putting it out there for other people to see. If it doesn't get a lot of interaction, then they just leave it alone. They just let it set. So it truly does make a difference. I know sometimes everybody may think, you know, what does that really do? But it is very true that it helps. So everything is important, and we as creators all appreciate everything you guys do. If you guys aren't following my page, of course, I'd love to have you on my page. Also, if you're not following Reba Rose Creations, definitely follow her page too, and that link is up in my comments. So she has amazing prints. Thank you, Ellen. I appreciate that. Yeah, we did lose my sister-in-law on Monday evening, so that is never, you know, good news for sure. So thank you guys. Hi Patty, how are you doing today? These are the prints I just received, so I want you guys' help in choosing one. Reba sent these out to me and they're amazing. I love this one of Jesus holding a lamb. And obviously that you can use for any time of the year. There are spring flowers in it. And we have two cute bunny ones. That's bunny with a basket. And then we have the bunny and the flowers. And if you guys need a link to any of these prints, I can definitely get that for you. You can also go to Reba's page and she has her link there. I am an affiliate with her, so if you guys go through me, it doesn't cost you anymore. And you will, it's just letting her know that I'm actually trying to get these out to you guys, right? So you can see them. But you can definitely just head on over to her website too. So either way is great. This one's so cute with the lamb and the chick and the bunny. And then I have a barn picture. Probably too many I'm giving you guys to choose from, right? It's going to be hard, but I wanted to show them all to you anyway. Another barn picture with a horse in it. And then this really pretty print of the cross and a dove and a Bible, the crown of thorns. So, which one of those would you guys rather see? I'm glad you're doing well, Patty. If I had to, I would probably save this brighter color picture till summer. So this barn is probably the one I would choose more for the season we're in right now. Obviously, this is relevant anytime. Hi, Shelly. How are you doing? They are cute, right? This one is super cute if we want to go with the lamb. And then we have our two bunny prints. One's with a basket, one's with flowers. And we have Jesus holding a lamb. Hi, Wanda. How are you doing today? Thanks, you guys, for hopping on. Let me know. Do you guys have a favorite? If not, I'll choose one. But I'm hoping you guys can give me some input on that. You know me, I have a hard time making choices. If you've been on my page at all. The cross is your favorite, Shelly? So we have a vote for the cross. Which is right here. You love them all, Patty. I know, it's hard to choose, right? Hi, Barbara. Sorry, my throat is feeling a bit dry today, you guys. Hi, Renee. How are you? Welcome. See if we can make it feel not so dry. Sorry, I've got something on my screen and I can't even see hardly anything. Then something else pops up, so that was useless. All right, so we have one vote for the cross so far. Anybody else? I mean, I hope to get to use them all, right? The cross does really go really well with the color of paint I painted on it. So let's go ahead and take off these edges on our cross print. We're going to set our surface to the side for just a minute. I know, Jesus with the Lamb is very pretty too. It has a little bit more white in it, so maybe we'll do that one next time. I might do that one, I don't know. If I can find a tray, I might do that one on the tray. Now we have 3 for Jesus. Let me show you guys the tray I did with a Reba Rose print. I finally finished it. I got the resin on it, and it is finally done. So what do you guys think? We did put some like rhinestones and some paper flowers in there. You can't see them real well, but you can definitely see them, I feel like. Hi Elsie, how are you? Okay, we will do the cross today, and we will do Jesus and the Lamb next time. I think that would be good. Or we will, you know, get it in. I know it is hard. I would be happy with any of them for sure. She does an amazing job with her prints. I'm going to use some water and a brush. I do have some water pens, but I keep forgetting to fill them. So that is why I'm not using one of those. And then I'm just tearing it off because I feel like when you tear it, it looks way more natural when you put it on your surface. So that is the reason why I do tear around the edges. But if you are working with something that has straight edges, you could definitely cut it out. It's just that this is a little smaller than the inside of our surface, so it is not going to go all the way to the edge. So I want to make it look like it, you know, was painted on there. Basically, it's a part of the surface. Isn't it hard to believe it's almost the end of March? I just feels like this first part of this year has flown by. Thank you, Patty. Okay, 2 more sides to go. So are you guys doing anything this week? Fun and exciting, or just stuff that you have to do, or anybody's birthdays this week? I have a granddaughter and a grandson who both have a birthday this week. One is the 28th and one is the 29th. One is turning 9 and the other one is turning 6. My son's birthday was Sunday. He's 33 now. My oldest son. It's crazy. I still feel, you know, like, other than aches and pains here and there, that I, you know, could still be having them home. You know, time just goes by so quickly. But now it's grandkids that I have, which is definitely a blessing. It's just hard, you know, how fast the years go by, right? Okay, so we have the cross. Let me show it up to you guys again. The dove, the Bible, the crown of thorns, and I think that's supposed to be the shroud there. So very pretty. We have our surface that we've already did a coat of paint on, and I wanted it to be very light. Thank you, Devana. It's good seeing you. How are you doing? So I just wanted the one coat. That's all we did. So next I'm going to put our decoupage medium on here. Which I like to use this Pintart brand. It's called Decoupage Varnish, and it's a matte. Hi, Jennifer. How are you doing? I use Mod Podge too, but I definitely think this is a little easier to use. Just using a makeup sponge to apply it. Since it's rice paper, it's a little thicker than, of course, what a napkin or tissue paper would be. So we want to make sure and get enough on here. I used to use my brushes all the time, but you know, then I wouldn't get it washed out right away, especially with the Mod Podge, and it would just ruin them. So I've been trying to use like makeup sponges and stuff more. It saves on my brushes for sure. Definitely want to get your, even though the print isn't gonna cover the whole inside, I still want to get this all over because I want to make sure I have it covered. All right. And then I just put that in the water. It's all good. I'm going to turn my iron on because we're going to iron this. Let's get it dried. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. How's everybody's day going? So far, in Colorado, it's only 10:24, so not too late in the day yet. Hi, Lana. I am still working on trying to get my taxes finished up. Oops. Hi, Cameron. How are you today? And then I've got to start yard work because we haven't started any yet. And I have a ton. If you guys have been on my page, you've seen all the flowers and everything that we have. I have not cleaned anything out since last year, so there's a lot of work ahead of me. Hi, Jennifer and Janet. How are you all doing today? I promise you guys, I'm going to write a note to bring my iPad in here so I can see everyone's comments. Before you go live, bring in your iPad or laptop. So I'm just trying to center this onto our surface here. These colors I feel like are going really well with our paint. grabbing some parchment paper so that we can iron this on there. You okay, Jennifer? Well, that's good. But yeah, I kind of know that feeling. I think that's kind of how I feel today too. It is so pretty, right, Pam? Like I said, it's so hard when you go on Reba's website and look at all of her prints to narrow it down to just, you know, a few. I don't think I need to. I can just move this. It's just getting in the way, really. I could be down in this corner a little bit more. Just because we've done so many changes lately, it's hard to keep up with them all. All right, so we have our print adhered now. So our next thing we're gonna do, hi Kim, what do you guys think? Is we're gonna fine line crackle it. If you guys have done this before or seen it, let me know. It's a two-step process. Our first step is the varnish. So it's fine line, crackle, varnish. Well, they both say varnish actually. This is compound 1. It is white, but it will dry clear. And then once that is dry, over that we're going to do this fine line crackle varnish, and this is component 2, and it looks like that. So I think I'm also going to apply these with a makeup sponge. The most crucial thing I can say in doing this is make sure you get them dry. He went the little angel. Isn't she cute? I will be having a live sale come up. I think it's the first part of April, first Friday of April. First step, darling. And I think it's going to be later at night, but I will post all that. Let's see if I can get this open. Okay, I guess I'll have to use the heat tool. Heat it up. It's been a bit. Oh, you have a live craft show in April, Shelley? You've been super busy crafting for that. Yeah, I usually don't do any craft fairs or shows in the spring. I have been doing like 3 in the fall, and then I usually have an open house. But yeah, I've thought about doing some farmers markets and stuff like that, but I'm always so busy, it feels like, that the spring is gone before I get a chance to do anything. Hi, Margaret. How are you today? If you guys are just hopping on and you don't know who I am, my name is Darlia. I am owner of Darche Designs, and I do live in Colorado, very near Utah border. I do all kinds of crafts on my page. I love to sew. We do stencils. We do, of course, decoupaging with Reba's prints. We do journals sometimes, and I haven't used any of her prints in a journal, but I will be doing that at some point in the future. I do painting. I do jewelry. I like too many things, you guys. Too many. But mostly what I do, I would say, is decoupaging and what would be next? Maybe stenciling. I'm trying to do more sewing this year. All right, so we have step 1 on now. I'm gonna throw that in the water. We're gonna dry that really well, because again, what we're gonna do really depends on getting each step dry. Looks like I have a couple of little places that needed smoothed out a bit more. All right. Let's get that dry. Easter is a bit late this year, it feels like, in April. It's the 20th. My youngest son actually gets to come home from Denver, so that's always great. I haven't seen him since Christmas, so ready to see him again for sure. Like, I don't like when kids live away, right? You could definitely resin this, Devonna, and I did think about that, but then I decided to do the crackle, so I really don't know about resining over crackle, if you would still be able to see it very well. That's an interesting idea. Yes, I do like to resin, and that's right. I've been doing a lot of resin lately. I just feel like it adds a lot to your prints. I mean, they're beautiful in and of themselves. You don't really have to do anything to them, but I feel like the resin definitely adds to them too. Hi, Tracy. Welcome. I think we're about there. Hey, Jackie, how are you? Okay, just a little bit more. I had my haircut not too long ago, but I feel like my bangs are a bit long still. Totally off topic, on a rabbit trail. They're getting in my eyes. Like right up here, right in the middle, I must have got it much thicker than I did anywhere else, of course. What kinds of crafts have you guys been working on lately? And what's your favorite kind of crafting to do? Okay. I think we're good. I'm going to let that cool down just a little bit. Now we heated it up, we need to cool it down, right? Even with just that coat on there, can you guys see any difference? Like in, actually you need to bring it more that way, I think, in how it looks. It's not going to crackle yet, but it definitely has a shine to it now. And I feel like this technique kind of gives it a little bit of a resin look, even though it's not resin. So if you like that look, this does help with that. Just gonna kind of go through here and make sure we don't have any air bubbles from putting that layer on. It's getting pretty cool now. I think we're about ready for step 2. You need to get your hair cut. Yeah, I know. I was like thinking, I need to get my hair cut. And then I was like, oh yeah, it hasn't really been that long. So probably not yet. Okay, I think we're ready. Here's hoping. Now this is really fine line crackle, so until we add a paste to this, you might not see a lot of it. It's like you really have to look for it. It's not like the other kind of crackle where you can definitely tell, you know, where it is crackling. So I want to get this covered, but you know, I don't want to have globs either. So just trying to make sure I'm spreading it out. It has a weird kind of smell. It's almost like a sweet smell. Oh, that's cool, Devonna. You've been painting wood kits. Your niece has them on shelves at her school. Yeah, I have some of those to do too in the future. Well, one that I want to do right away, for sure. Now, these bottles, even though, you know, they're not super big, they will last quite a while. So it might seem like I'm using a ton, but it really isn't, you know, a whole lot. And of course, I don't fine line crackle everything. So if I did every project this way, you would definitely go through it faster. Okay, I think hopefully we've got that on there. Oh, you've done some busted canvases, Jennifer. Aren't those fun to do? I think I've only done one so far, but I want to do more. Maybe we will do that on here one time, because Reba does have some of the prints specifically for that. I'll have to look again to see what kind of season they are. But I mean, we don't have to have, you know, the exact matching ones. We can do it with different things. We can mix and match. So this is what it's looking like with that. You guys can see a shine or a gloss to it, right? With that step 2 on there. I'm going to go ahead and start drying this, and here's hoping we get some crackle. I guess I missed the first round of like busted canvases because they said they had been popular before. I don't think I had ever seen them until they became popular this last time. I think I did a summer one, if I recall, like a lighthouse one last year. Kind of patriotic summer. Can I see anything yet? Not really, but I could need my glasses. Because that is really true. You get a lot of fine line crackles, but they are pretty hard to see. And I thought that would look really well with the cross for sure. When you guys use prints, what do you usually use them on? I love using prints on jars too. I think trays have kind of become my favorite, but a person can only have so many. Yeah, Devonna, I am an affiliate for her, so I can get you guys that link if you need it. Reba is super sweet and very helpful. Just allowing us to do lives, you know, cross-posting onto her page. So that is super sweet of her. Like I said, if you guys have not followed her yet, you definitely want to go check her out. I put that link in the comments. Oh yeah, Kim, it's super fun. Or, I don't know, I don't think I have any out right now. I like to use like the pails. And you can put prints on so many things. And we're going to be doing a lot of different things, hopefully, in the future. There's a big blob right there that is not drying very well. Even though I didn't think I had blobs on there. Okay. So a little bit right through here. I think I've missed a couple places that I might want to go back over. And then again, maybe not. I don't know. I think right through here I may have missed. It's so hard to tell when you're doing it. I thought I was being super good about getting everywhere. Hey Darlene, how are you doing? Thanks everyone so much for being on. I appreciate it. So we are going to use some antique case on here to help bring out our crackle. Just trying to see. if I have missed some areas or if I'm good. I think the only thing is just right here, a little area. I must have just missed swiping that with this. Like I thought I got everything really well. So I'm just gonna go over that a little bit to make sure I did get it. All right, I think it looks good. Hey Susan and Jackie, welcome. We are trying to fine line crackle this amazing print by Reba. Wish you could find prints with boy things. I think she has some in there. I think I went all the way through the prints once because she has like over 2,000 prints. It's incredible. Sorry guys, I know the drying is not the most fun to watch, right? Definitely not dry yet. I don't know if I'm imagining it. I thought there was like some football ones in there. Maybe some fishing ones. I don't know. But I think there are some in there. Come on and dry for me, please. Okay, I'm seeing some crackle in there now. Maybe I should have just left it. I'm not worried about it. It's not wanting to dry now on top of everything. I'm seeing quite a bit of crackle in there though. Once I get the paste on here, you guys should definitely be able to see it. My arm's getting tired. I can't put the paste on until I've got it all the way dry. I didn't even think I had put that much on here. It's amazing how it does that crackle. Yep, we're getting there. Thanks, Savannah. I don't know. I think going back over it, though, has really added to the crackle. So maybe it was a good thing that I redid those spots because I was having a hard time seeing any before. And now I'm seeing quite a bit. Made kind of like a bubble there. That's so weird. Isn't it pretty, Janet? I feel like it needed some gloss. You know, I like matte most of the time. Gloss, not as much. Although when you do the resin, it definitely gives it a gloss. So it's not like I don't, you know, like both. Sorry guys, that is just really being stubborn right there. I don't even know what it did. So strange. I'm not adding anything else. All right. Maybe I'll just do everything but that one little spot right there because I don't want to keep going with that. I've went with it enough, right? So our choices for antique paste are gold, bronze, and white that I have. So what do you guys think? It's hard to tell the colors. Here's the gold, the bronze, and the white. And these are also by Pintart, and it's just called Antique Paste. Do you have a preference for this print to see that crackle come through? Do you want the gold, the bronze, or the white? I think the white, I don't know how well the white would show. If your print was really dark in that area right there, the white would show really well. Let me know. If you guys like the gold, give me some hearts. Or you can just put it in the comment. If you like the bronze, give me a thumbs up. If you like the white, you'll have to comment, I guess. Let me know what you guys think. Gold, bronze, or white? Not seeing anything yet. All right. There's some hearts. All right. So you guys are saying gold. Gold. Okay. All right. Thank you for letting me know. So I'm going to skip that little area right there because I think I might have to just kind of take some of that off and put it back on. I don't know. It just went in a bit of a bubble. So I'm going to try using my stencil brush and see if that works. I usually use my fingers. I don't know if that is getting it on there enough. So I could also use like a paper towel. So you're gonna just rub it on here and then you're gonna kind of wipe it back off. This is gonna dull down that gloss a little that we have on here now. First we gloss it up and then we take it off, right? Yeah, I was thinking that too, Devonna, after I started putting on the gold. I'm like, oh, maybe bronze would have been better at showing up. I've never tried to add two. I wonder what that would do, right? So again, you're just going to want to go over your whole print. Or you could just do a part of it. You wouldn't have to do the whole thing. Well, I'm seeing some of it. I hope you guys are going to be able to see it. Maybe in the lighter part, you'll be able to see it better. Some things are hard to show on videos, right? You just don't see them as well as you do in person. The gold is really pretty though. someone who doesn't like to get stuff on her hands, I tend to do it quite often. I think you'll be able to see it, especially in this part right here. Again, I'm gonna bypass that little corner there till I get it fixed. It's bothering me. So that is probably as close as I'm gonna go right now. All right, we've got our paste on. Gonna grab a paper towel. You want it to be dry when you're going back over it. Thank you, Beverly. I appreciate that. We don't want to get it wet anymore, right? Really stuck right there. Yay, it crackled. Now you wouldn't have to seal this because we've already put, you know, the sealers on there with the crackle varnish and stuff. If you wanted to put an overall sealer on everything, you could definitely do that. Spray the rest of your surface and all of that. Can you guys see it from there at all? Because this part is pretty pronounced where it's lighter. It's stuck in a few places, but that's fine. It just makes it look more natural and real. You know, on the cross on the side here, the gold is definitely on there pretty good. All right, I think I can show you guys. Yay. You just want it down in those crackle lines is what you're basically wanting. Like I said, if it kind of sticks in areas, that's okay. It's like not gonna do anything to it, of course. All right, I think you guys should be able to see this, hopefully. It just helps give it that vintage look, like it's older. What do you guys think? Can you see the crackle? Give me some hearts if you can see that crackle show up in there. Hopefully you guys can. I am hoping. Hi, Natalie. What do you think about it? Have you ever done the fine line crackle before, or watched it being done before? You guys can see it? Yay. I'm glad. Hopefully you guys like it. It's just, yeah, giving it that vintage look by crackling it. So what we'll probably do now is I think I'm going to go around our edges with some of that gold, I don't know why I put the lid on it, paste, and see how that looks. I could try doing it with a stencil brush, but probably just use my finger again. We could do the inside and the outside. For now, I'm going to just try doing our outside and see how that looks. That should also help tie our print into our surface by adding the same thing that we have on our print on the outside of our frame. I don't think I would add a bow to this. I don't think I would want that on here. I mean, it would look pretty, but I just kind of want the print to, you know, speak for itself. We could put something around our print on the inside if we wanted to. As far as adding anything else, I mean, I think a totally dazzled cross or something, or any kind of like cross would be pretty on here. Or you could definitely just leave as is. Oh, thank you, Susan. I think I will do the inside and outside parts. I don't feel like that outside alone is quite as much as I wanted, although I am getting a little more on there as I go, right? It's hard to be exact all the way around your frame, and that's okay. You don't have to be. If things are aging, they're not going to be exact. So, do you guys love to go to antique stores or thrift? I definitely love to do that. All right, I'm going to go around the inside here. Whenever we go somewhere new, like we're on a trip or something, my husband and I always like, look, there's a thrift store, there's an antique store. Let's stop. I love history anyway. I love researching and studying it. Partially why I also became a writer was just that I loved history so much. And then I will do it on the bottom of our frame too, but I won't make you guys watch me do that. You'll be like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I really like that now that we've added it to both sides. You know, some prints I feel like don't need a lot, and this one definitely is one of those where there's so much being said in the print that I don't think we have to add a lot around it or in it. Of course you can, there's nothing wrong with it. That's just how it, you know, is coming across to me. And I think it would have been beautiful with either the bronze or gold. I don't think you could have went wrong with either of them. All right. Well, we did a different technique today, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully I can bring you new ideas, something that you haven't seen before that you might want to try. Hey, Crystal. Thanks so much, everybody, for being on with me. Let me show you this up close. What do you guys think? Do you like that trim added to it around our edges? It is for sure a gorgeous print. And we've added the crackle to it, and like maybe just a cross or something. If I can find So find one. That's what I'm trying to say. I will take a picture of this, you guys, and post it. I also have last week's to post that I'm going to get posted for you guys too. So stay tuned for those. I appreciate you guys being here today. If you haven't followed my page, I would love for you to be here. I do also have a Telegram subscription that you can subscribe to, and I try to let you know whenever I go live. Also, be sure and check out Reba Rose Creations if you haven't. The link is in my description. Hi, Sissy. All right, you guys. I hope you liked what we did today. Be blessed. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the Reba Rose Creation print page, not print, page, next week at the same time. Natalie, I got it from Reba Rose Creations, and I can get you that link if you need it. All right, you guys, take care. See you all soon.